If you're looking for a new career, a new job opportunities in your 50s and 60s, you don't need me to tell you it's rather tough going. But knowing where to spend your time and efforts can be a challenge in itself. And what are my options? And this is a question and questions that a lot of people are asking me at the moment. So here are 6 potential options and opportunities that I think you need to consider, but you need to also be very realistic about. But first, there's a really important question. So that really important question is, exactly why do you need to keep working? And now this is a very personal question, but it's very important to ask it for yourself and be, through the whole of this, very honest with yourself so you can make the right choices and the right options to create the right opportunities. We need to put what we've done in the past for now and just focus on what next for the future. Sometimes we can spend too much time of our generation, well, I've been doing this for so many years, yeah, great, well done David, that's brilliant, but what's the value you can bring in the future? So keep that in mind as we go through this. Asking yourself exactly why do I need to keep working, there may be some of these answers. Now, there's no right and wrong with this, it's all very personal. So it may be that we've got to keep working for financial reasons. You need the income for the next however many years, and I'm sure you've done your calculations on that. I just want to continue because it's what I do, it's who I am. I love my work. Hey, that's great. You don't want to, you've still got more to give. I want to stay at the same level or even progress, develop more. Yeah, I'm really still up for this and I've got loads more to give. Good on you. I'm perhaps happy to go down a level or 2 because I still want to be involved. I still love the interaction. I still love my work, but I'm not ready to give up yet, but I'm happy to perhaps go down a couple of levels. I just don't want to be 100% full on all the time. The energy levels are starting to wane. And it may be that I just need a better balance, perhaps 50% and 80% at capacity in time and in energy for our work. Plus also for some people, what else would I do? Which I think is perhaps another question for another day. But if you want to talk about it, give me a shout. So I think it's really important you spend some time asking yourself this question or perhaps discussing it with people that are close to you. So what are our 6 options then? Well, the first one is to find opportunities and new jobs doing what you're currently doing and at the same level. But a lot of people say to me, yeah, but I think I've done my bit there. I need to just keep going. This actually may be your best option, and I'll explain why as we go through. You can do the job, you've got the experience, you've got the knowledge. Yeah, but it's not what I want to do. I want to go and do something else. Hold that thought. Because it may be that your energy levels are waning a little bit more, but you just still need this level of income for the next however many years. So don't disregard this and think, yeah, well, I need to go off and do this, I need to go off on that, because it's not as easy as we'd like to think it is, or perhaps people will tell us. So number 1 may be just continue doing what you are. So there's the first thought. The second one is, it is perhaps doing something you want to do that pays the right amount. It may be that you've always thought about diversifying into another area. I want a new challenge. Now, this is great, but what's the likelihood of you actually being given this opportunity to go into a different area? And I think you do need to be totally realistic with this in moving into a very competitive marketplace elsewhere. But if you are going to do this, you've got to be realistic and you've got to decide, I'm going to give it the 110% plus. So that's option 2, looking at new opportunities. But be realistic with yourself. What is the chances of you getting those, and especially if you're finding it tough going at the moment? Option number 3, continue to be employed using your skill set, but accepting you need to go down perhaps a level or 2 in job and pay. But have a good story of the reasons why you want to do this, and whatever that story is, you've really got to sit down and be able to answer that question, because you know you're going to be answered that. Why have you been working at this level for your career and now you're happy to go down a level or 2? Have a really good, well thought out answer to that, and what's the value that you're going to be bringing them. You could argue it's a bit like a sports person. that has been, top of their game for many years, and now they're hitting a certain age where they've got to perhaps take a different role in the team, a bit more of a support, perhaps a bit more of a mentor, accepting that you're not going to be, playing all the time, and you've got to take a bit of a back seat on that. That can hit the ego as well. So you do need to be careful of that, and be careful if you are taking on those roles, you're not going in there trying to change everything. Really be realistic and think about that as an option. The fourth one makes a lot of sense: contracting. Short-term projects, consultancy work for an agency or people that you know that you've networked well with. And a lot of people find really good opportunities here because you don't have to go through the recruitment process necessarily. You're more about turning up, pitching for your business, and you're going to get a yes or a no a lot quicker. Whereas going through the recruitment process, we all know those stories. They're tough going. So really do look at contracting as a really good option. Number 5, well, I've been doing it for quite a few years and I've still got lots of value to bring, and that's running your own business. Either full-time or whatever level or percentage of time you're willing to put into it. You've got the skills, you've got the knowledge, you've got the experience, you've got great potential, got loads to offer people, and you're really enthusiastic, excited about it. But just accept that delivering the work is the easy bit. You've got to put your salesperson's hat on and be blooming good at marketing and selling yourself. That's the tough bit. I know lots of people that approach me and say, David, you've been running your business and you've always got loads of work. How do you do it? Because I'm always out there selling and promoting and marketing and knocking on the doors. It's a full-time job in itself. So if you just like doing the delivery, I think the consultancy method would be better for you rather than running your own business. And remember, running your own business, it's not always as easy as we'd like to think. It's tough going, but can be very rewarding. So talk to people that have done it, especially of our age, and get advice and tips from them. Number 6, this is something that people don't always think about. I've thought about it for many years, and I'll give you my example in a moment. Do you have a passion or a hobby that you can monetize? And you're good at it and people are willing to pay money for it. Something you've always wanted to do, but you've never really got that round to it because of financial pressures, family pressures, etc, etc. But be realistic. Get advice. Go and watch a few episodes of Dragon's Den before you plough in to your idea and invest all your life savings and your pension into it. Just be careful. So mine was, I've got a wonderful collection of old football programmes. I just love old football programmes. I would love to have turned this into the business, but the market in old football programmes has done this. David's not going to be making any money out of this. I'm not really sure what to do with them all actually at the moment. But if you are going to do, your passion and hobby, are you going to give it 110% and give it everything? It's an option. I'm not saying it's going to work. So there's your 6 options. There's no right and wrong answer. And it's good to sit down with people and discuss this with and think about, where am I going to go with this? It may be for the next 18 months, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. Who knows? Only you can work that out. So based on these 6 options, I've got some top tips to finish with. Be realistic and honest with yourself. Put the ego to one side. Forget what we've done in the past. Be realistic about what we can do for ourselves and for others and the value that we can bring in the future. Get rid of the ego. Talk to people. Share experiences. Understand your marketplace, wherever that's going to be. Continue to create your own network. Work it, invest in it. It's about people go on about networking. It's just having good friends that you can have some good conversations with. That's a better definition of it. Perhaps set up an accountability group. This is a cracking idea. Find 4 or 5 other people that you can meet on a regular basis. Set an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours at the most. Not to bitch and moan, to be proactive, things you're working on, and perhaps getting some advice. If you need any help on that, just drop me a note and I'll explain a little bit more. But it's a cracking idea, building your own accountability group. Because then you realise that you're not the only person in a tough situation. Whatever you decide, don't go in half cooked. Prepare. And especially if you've got to get out there selling yourself, know your stories, know the value that you're going to bring. Spend time working this out. It's essential, especially those tough interview questions. Why are you prepared to drop down a level or two? Why do you want to go off and in this direction? But think about the value that you're going to bring them. Learn how to sell yourself. This is one of the biggest challenges that most people have. Sit down, do some PowerPoint slides, storyboard what you've done and storyboard the value that you can bring for the future. Run it past people. Want to have a chat with this? More than happy to do so. Don't just spend all your time just telling people what you've done in the past. It's not going to get you anywhere. Tell people the value you can bring and why you're a good investment. And these are really important tips to go for your 6 options and that really important question, why do I need to keep working? So in summary, for these options, there's no right and wrong answers. And also that question at the start, why we need to keep working. Understand it and work out what your strategy is. There is no, you must do this, you mustn't do that, except for one. Procrastination is not an option. Let me say it again. Procrastination is not an option. And do what is best for you in your situation. But naturally, like all my videos and the work that I do, if you'd like to spend some time having a discussion about this, I help a lot of people in this type of situation at the moment, including myself. I have lots of conversations with myself on this. But if you would like to have a chat about this, please do get in contact. More than happy to help you out. So there we have it. Finding opportunities in your 50s and 60s. It's not a particularly easy gig. It can be a bit of a challenge. It can hit our self-esteem, our ego, our confidence, but there's some good answers here and I'm sure you'll find the right one for you. Good luck and let me know how you get on.